recruitment. In this case study, Huyen is a personnel officer in the head office of an international company. She is visiting one of her European branches and is meeting with Thuy, who is a manager there, to discuss recruiting a new marketing manager. Oh, good morning, Miss Huyen. Welcome to the Poland branch.
Good morning. Glad to see you again.
Yeah, let's take a seat. I hope you have a good journey.
Thank you. The flight was fine. That just slightly late on the road because of the heavy traffic, but I still made it on time. Thank goodness.
Oh, well, that's fine. So, would you like some drink?
Can I have a cup of coffee, please?
Yes, of course. I'll have my assistant to bring you.
Thank you. Shall we get down to the business?
Yeah.
As you know, the purpose of our discussion today is to look for the suitable candidate for marketing manager in your branch office.
Oh, yes, that's right. And this is an important position in the Poland branch, and it's really hard to find the right candidate.
I absolutely agree with you. So, what do you have in mind?
Oh yeah, so my proposal is to advertise this position on some national newspapers. Then I'll handle the CV by myself to select the most suitable candidates.
Well, that's not quite what I have in mind. Why don't you hire the recruitment agency to shortlist the candidate for you? They can search for the suitable candidate in various countries and cover much wider area than the advert in the newspaper. Moreover, they can conduct the first interview, so I think it's really saves the time.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea, but I'm afraid that it's not suitable for the Poland branch. As you know, in the Poland, there are not many recruitment agencies here, and they don't understand the company like you do.
I understand your concern. However, advertising international press is quite expensive, and they embarrassed that you couldn't find the right candidate.
Oh yeah, well, let me see. Oh, I can see that there are some people in our company who are potential marketing managers.
Oh, sorry, but I'm not convinced by that. As a human resources officer in the head office, I know that there are no one who is experienced enough in marketing manager. You know, this is a difficult position, and we need the excellent and the well-qualified candidates.
Oh yeah, but I think that you may not know John and Mary. They are brilliant staff in the PR department, and they also have some experiences in marketing section. How about recruiting them for this position?
Okay, let's do it. But I don't think they are the best ones. What if they don't meet our job demand?
Well, I'm not sure.
I think if John and Mary don't pass the interview, let's come back to my point. I know some good recruitment agency that can help. They used to cooperate with our head office, so they know well about our company as well as your branch. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's great. I'll agree with this if you can assure that the recruitment agencies are reliable and they work for our interest.
Of course, I think so.
Yeah, so first we will interview with John and Mary, and if they don't meet the interview, we'll hire a headhunting firm. So do you have anything to add?
I think it's enough. Let's do the plan. By the way, I want to know more about John and Mary. Could you please tell me their profile?
Oh yes, of course. I'll ask my assistant to send you soon.
Good. Just one more thing. Please prepare the job description and some questions for the interview carefully. I will read and give you some comment if necessary.
Oh yes, that's so helpful. And I will send you these documents tomorrow.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Oh, it's time for lunch now. Would you like to have lunch with me?
Of course.
Yeah, I know there is a famous restaurant nearby this building, and they serve the most delicious crawfish in the Poland.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
I can glad to try it. Let's go together.
Oh, that's great. This way, please.
Thank you.
Unit 2, Selection. In this case study, Thuy as Melanie Smith, who has applied for a job as a team leader at London call center for Mobile Plus SA. She calls Nguyen, asked Ms. Jenny Mills, a personnel assistant in London, to arrange a convenient date and time for an interview this week or next.
Good morning, mobile processor. How can I help you?
Good morning. I'm ringing about a job as a team leader, and I know that you have a vacant.
Oh yes. Can I take your name, please?
My name is Melanie Smith.
Oh, wait a minute. Miss Smith?
Yeah.
Have you sent me an email last week?
Oh yes, it's included my CV and my cover letter.
It's great. So in the email, it said that you have 8-year experience as a team leader in this area. Is that right?
Oh yes, that's right. I've had 5 years working as a marketing manager and 3 years as a sales consultant as well.
Wonderful. So I'm planning to contact to have an appointment with you.
Oh really? Thank you. Can I ask the date for the interview, please?
Okay, let me check. Today is 20th August, and I remember it's sometime around September. Yes, the 7th and 8th September.
Oh, that's next week. Well, I'm afraid that it doesn't seem suitable for my timetable. Actually, I have a training course for reading, and from 10 to 24th September, I have to take my children to visit my parents. So, how about the night of next week?
It's on Saturday?
Yes, that's right.
Well, unfortunately, we don't work on weekends. How about this week? We will have a visit to Valencia for a 6-year anniversary party on Thursday and Friday. So on Wednesday, the 13th of August, is it suitable for you?
Well, I have to work at the night shift from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So Wednesday morning seems okay for me.
Good. Is 9 a.m. convenient?
Oh, 9 a.m. is fine. And by the way, could you please tell me about the office address, please?
Oh, sorry, I forgot it. It is in the Statement Center at 99 Sandy Road.
Oh, pardon? I don't know that road. How do you spell its name?
It is Tanley Road.
Oh, is it opposite Albert Library?
That's right.
Ah, yeah, I got it. And is there any parking available there?
Of course, our Statement Center provides a spacious parking lot for the staff. It's in the basement of the building. To get it, you have to turn right just before the entrance. You can't miss it.
Oh, that sounds fine. And one more thing, please. I'd like to know what should I bring in this interview?
In the interview, we would like to find more the experience of being a team leader. So please prepare 10 minutes to talk about that. We don't need slides and any complicated equipment. Just some notes.
All right, I'll start thinking about this right away.
Good. I will confirm the date and the time for the interview through the email. Look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Melina. Goodbye.
Bye. Unit 3, Employee Relations. In this case study, Huyen is Stefano Lancioni, a personnel officer at the Italian subsidiary of Greenman International Books, which is located in Turin. She is looking for somebody for the position of bookkeeper and is meeting with Thuy, as Frank Murphy, the best candidate to discuss the terms and conditions of the employment. Good morning. Can I just come in, please?
Good morning. Come in and take a seat.
Thank you. I'm Frank Murphy. I have applied for a job as bookkeeper in your company.
Yeah, let me see.
And I have received your email, so I'm really glad to be here in this interview.
Well, congratulations. Today, we would like to tell you something about the condition of employment. Of course, they also be described in the company handbook and in the condition of employment, as well as in the offer letter. However, some of employment procedures are negotiable to have our staff work effectively. So please ask me anything if you're not sure.
Alright, I also have some questions in my mind.
Yeah.
But before that, I'd like to hear from you.
So let's talk about the time. For every employee, we require the starting time at 7 a.m. and finish at 4 p.m. from Monday to Friday. On weekends, sometimes you can choose to work more than 1 or 2 hours, and definitely we have the extra pay for you.
Oh, yeah. But I'm afraid that I can't start my work at 7 a.m.
Oh.
because I need to take my son to school every day morning,
Yeah.
except the weekends. So it's possible for me to start at 9:30. Working till the late afternoon is no problem for me because my husband picks my son up after school.
Oh, I see. But I want to tell you that the time is fixed and no one can cover the duties before 9:30. Actually, there are a lot of documents that need to be handled in the early morning.
Oh yeah, let me
Yeah.
see. Oh, I think that I can solve this problem. I'll discuss with my husband to take my son to school by the school bus, so I'll be free in the morning.
Well, it's really good if you can
Yeah.
arrange your work.
Well, by the way,
Yeah.
I'd like to know more information about the policy of holidays, sickness, and day off in your company. Could you please tell me more about that?
Of course, we offer 22 days of a year. You can choose any day you want, except weekends on holidays. You know, we have a lot of customers on those days. So, is this suitable for you?
Oh, that's no problem for me. My
Well-
mom has moved to live with us, so I have a lot of free time. And by the way, could you please tell me more about the payment when working on the holidays, please?
Oh, sorry, I forgot it. The salary will be double, but if you are busy, you can tell other staff to cover the duties. Because you know, we need at least 2 bookkeepers can work on those days.
Oh, well, that sounds reasonable. And could you please tell me more about the benefits of the company, please?
Well, our company offers great benefit. After your probation time, we will consider signing the contract with you and decided to pay the employment insurance too.
Oh, pardon? When you talked about the employment insurance, you
Yeah.
mentioned the probation time.
Yeah.
So could you let me know how long the probation time will take? And do I have a salary during my probation?
Well, actually, the probation time is quite flexible. It depends on experience in this area. If you perform well enough, you will need only 2 weeks for training. And the salary at this time is $15 per week.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that is acceptable. Yeah.
And our company also offers a holiday once a year. Often in summer. Last year, our staff had a memorable trip in Poland.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds appealing.
Yeah.
So does the company cover the travel expense?
Yeah, of course. Oh, I see you wrote in the letter that you have lived in Turin for 3 years, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. Actually, I was born and had a family in France. And 3 years ago, my husband got a job in Turin, so we decided to move here.
Oh, how about your Italian language? You know, as a bookkeeper, you often deal with clients, so we really need the candidate who are fluent in Italian.
Yeah, my Italian is quite good, but I'm afraid that my writing isn't smooth enough to meet the job. Actually, I'm looking for an Italian class around Turin, but I can't find any.
Oh, don't worry. We often give our staff some Italian lessons twice a week, so I think you have plenty of time to improve it.
Oh, well, I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah. Okay, do you have anything to ask?
Yeah, it seems that there's nothing for me to ask, that it's all clear for me.
So, if nothing changes, we will consider to have another appointment with you.
Okay, I hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's my pleasure. Unit 4, Human Resources Development.
In this case study, Huyen is the personnel officer for the recruitment station of a large human resources department. She is carrying out an appraisal interview with Thuy, his recruitment officer, who has completed a year's service and currently has some mistakes in their work.
Good morning. May I come in, please?
Good morning, Helen. Let's take a seat.
Thank you. I have received your email yesterday about this interview, so I'm really excited to be here.
Good. You have worked in our company for 1 year, right?
Yes, that's right.
I highly appreciate your contribution to our department, and unfortunately, I had heard some complaints from other staff about your work. And in the interview today, I really want to consider your performance and your qualifications, and decide whether signing the contract with you officially. Helen, how are your feelings after 1 working year?
Oh, yeah. After a year in your
Yeah.
company, I've learned a lot. I had more experience in recruiting in IT section. I also appreciate the work environment here, which motivates the staff to be more creative. And with my experience and my strength, I hope that I'll have more prospects in your company.
Yeah, I know the in-depth knowledge in this area. However, what do you mean by your strength? Can you explain that?
Oh, well, my biggest strength is to pay attention in details
Yeah.
and always try to do everything perfectly.
Well,
Yeah, but sometimes it slows me down and makes my work fall behind. However, it helps me to avoid unexpected problems.
I understand your concern. However, Johnson has complained to me that you always distracted from your work. And actually, in the last monthly report you just gave me 3 days ago, I find that it has a lot of mistakes that make me so disappointed. So, what's wrong with you, Helen?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
About my distraction in my work. Actually, I've just overcome a severe hypertension. 2 months ago, I thought that I contracted
Yeah.
to hypertension. It caused me a lot of difficulties in my work. Sometimes it caused me many dizziness, so I can't focus on my work. Yeah, that is the reason why I had 2 periods of sickness for 20 days.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry about this. I, I think that I slowed down the work of the whole department.
Oh dear, you always appear nervous and tense a few months ago. And why don't you tell me this problem so I can find a solution for your work?
Well, I thought that it was just a slight
Yeah.
illness, but then I suffered more dizziness and nausea.
Yeah.
I could only send you the email to ask for the sickness when I was in the hospital. Now I'm getting better after the treatment, so I hope that you don't worry too much about this.
Oh, I'm glad to know that you're getting better now. But I still want our staff have a better work-life balance. You know, in order to achieve the high productivity, you need to make sure that you separate the personal life with their work when you are in our company. And what is the message in the report? I need a reason for this.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, I've never worked in
Yeah.
IT section before. So, despite being a year in your
Yeah.
company, I still made some mistakes. Therefore, now I'm still learning and working hard to improve.
Well, in spite of the mistakes in the report, I highly appreciate the trials to become an official staff in our company. And with your experience, I can see that you are a potential human resources officer. Therefore, I want to give you one more challenging time. If you improve more and perform better, I will consider signing the contract with you. But if you don't perform well enough to meet my expectation, I will say sorry with you that you have find another chance to another company. What do you think about that?
Oh, well, I really treasure the chance
Yeah.
that you give me. I know that I still have many defects in my work. Therefore, I absolutely agree with you.
Actually, I really expect to have you in our company.
Yeah, I will try my best and will not disappoint you.
Yeah, I believe in you. So now I have several interviews, so I think we finished now. If you have any questions, please contact me through email. Thank you for taking your time.
Oh, yeah, that's my pleasure. Unit 5 Reward and Remuneration.
In this case study, Thuy and Huyen are two members of the remuneration committee. They are meeting to discuss a new benefits package for their company. Hey, good afternoon, Thanh. How was the weekend?
It was fine. I had a city break with my family after finishing all the deadlines.
Yeah.
How about you? Do you have any problems with the current project?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Actually, there were some difficulties at the beginning, but
Yeah.
finally, I have received a lot of support from our colleague.
Oh, that's fine. If you have any difficulties, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm willing to give you a favor.
Yeah, that's so helpful.
Yeah.
Shall we get down to the business?
Okay.
As you know, the purpose of our meeting today is to discuss the new benefit package in our company.
Yeah, that's right. So do you have any ideas for this?
Yeah, of course, I already prepared some. So I suggest we start by discussing the most important benefits, and secondly, we'll give some conclusion and recommendations too.
All right.
Yeah.
Firstly, for the most important benefit, I think that we should focus on the childcare.
Yeah.
As you can see in our company, we have a man who has taken paternity leave and there are a number of female staff who are extremely stressed to find a reliable childcare that they can afford.
You are right. So, what is your idea about this?
Yeah, I can see that there are some nurseries around this building,
Yeah.
but the fee is quite high. I think that the company can cooperate with a suitable nursery to subsidize the fee partly for the staff.
You give the interesting idea that I never thought before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moreover, the company can hold a child nurturing club to help the staff share useful tips and help them to relieve the burden when they leave for paternity or maternity.
That sounds great. However, I can see that in our company there are many staff who don't have children. So I think we should offer some benefits for them as well.
Oh, I didn't think about that. So what do you have in your mind?
I think it's really essential to have our staff have a better work-life balance.
Yeah.
You know, we should offer some part-time job and some job sharing in some positions that have a heavy workload. Moreover, we can allow them to work at home in some special cases.
Oh, that's great. Let me note them down.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, by the way, should we look at the health and sports club issues?
Yeah, of course. That is what I want to mention. I would like to recommend offering some yoga or gym subscription. And we also hold some sport clubs like tennis or football and give them some kinds of brochures in order to encourage them to involve it.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
think that sounds appealing to everyone. And now we have childcare,
Yeah.
flexi time, and health-related benefits. Do you have any else to add?
Actually, I have one more idea. How about offer them some sort of sharing bonus? I think this can motivate our staff to work effectively.
Oh, well, but I don't think it's a good idea. Actually, most people prefer to have a good salary and a better work-life balance.
All right.
Okay,
So-
now let me recap what we have agreed for the benefit package. We have two issues, right?
Yeah.
That is childcare and work-life balance. Firstly, for the childcare, we propose that the company cooperate with a nursery to subsidize the fee partially for the staff. The company should also hold a child nurturing club. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Secondly, for the work-life balance, we propose that the company create some sort of flexible working hours and give them some health-related benefits like gym or yoga subscriptions. The company can give them some kind of vouchers to encourage them to involve. Have I missed anything?
Well, you cover all the things.
All right. Yeah. I think that is enough for the meeting today. I have some business, so I think that we finish now.
Okay.
Oh, please send this draft benefit package to the board soon.
Well, I think first we explore other staff what benefits they want to have, and secondly we meet again and make the final proposal to the board.
Oh,
What do you think about this?
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
And if you have anything to discuss, please contact me by email or phone.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
No problem, that's my pleasure. I hope to hear from you soon. Unit 6 Industrial Relations.
In this case study, Thuy, a student member of Human Resources Department, she is meeting a member of the Work Council, Huyen, to get their agreement when the company has decided to make 5 staff redundant and the whole IT department is being outsourced to another IT consulting company.
Good morning, Taylor. Good to see you. Good morning. It's great to see you too. Let's take a seat.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. What about you? I heard that you just got a fever 3 days ago.
Oh, yes, but I'm getting better now. Thank you.
Well, great.
Shall I get down to business?
Yeah, of course.
In the document I sent you yesterday, I've told you the decision of the executive board. It's about outsourcing the IT department and making 5 IT staff redundant. So have you looked through it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So I suggest we start by answering your questions. Secondly, we'll discuss about the compensation for the redundant staff.
Okay, I think that's so clear for me.
Oh yeah. And I know that this is the decision that we have never expected. So first, I'd like to hear from your and other staff's opinions.
We had heard that since last month. Actually, we're not pleased with the decision. We know that the company has to take some actions to save the cost during the pandemic, but the IT department is working well. Is this good to make them redundant? Therefore, we need to know how much the company will save by outsourcing the IT department.
Oh yeah, I can see your concern. And well, it's no doubt that the IT department has made a lot of contributions over the last few years. And I highly appreciate that. However, to keep the business going after the impact of the COVID-19, the company has to consider getting rid of some departments that are less important. And actually, the expense for the IT department is really a concern.
Well, as a full staff in our company, we understand this situation, but I don't think it's the best solution, I mean that the company has made a lot of redundancies over the last 2 years, and 10 key staff have been outsourced to different companies. Instead of making more staff redundant, I think that the company should accept to cut down their profit margins, and so that we can have each other to overcome this crisis.
Oh yeah, this is exactly the solution that I have mentioned in the last meeting with the executive board. But did you know that in the financial report of the last quarter, the profit of our company has decreased dramatically by 30%. This can be a looming crisis, so no one can have better benefit now. So this can be the only choice for the company to avoid bankruptcy.
Well, this is such terrible time for everyone. So, if we agree with the decision, you have to make sure that you have a reasonable compensation for our contribution.
Oh yeah, of course. And in addition, to help the redundant staff get a new job soon, we contacted an IT consulting company and they are willing to recruit the IT staff for a long-term contract.
We would like to know the time and the policy of the new IT consulting department.
Okay, the new IT company offers 24 hours per day IT cover, not 15 hours as at present. And for the working time, they start at 8 a.m. and finish at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I think that this working time may not suitable for them. Some of the IT staff can't follow this working time, I'm afraid. And 3 of them has family, and they have to take care of their children too.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But I think you can negotiate with them about the working time as well as the salaries. when I talked to them last week, they were really happy to have experienced staff for their company.
How about a compensation package? What is the fine redundant staff won't get? I know that, according to the employment legislation, we could receive a fine 50% of the whole salary of the last 6 months if the company dismisses employees without a good reason.
Okay, we have 3 tenured staff and 2 probationary ones, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so they are supposed to leave the company at the end of this month, so we still complete the salary of this month for them. And also, we suggest that the 3 tenured staff will be compensated $700 and $300 for the probationary staff. Even though the probationary staff are not subjected to the redundant laws, we still give them a compensation to help them make ends meet when they don't have a job.
Well, that sounds fine with the probationary staff. However, I'm afraid that the 3 tenured ones could make a counter offer for this compensation. You know, it's not fair for them. They have spent over 10 years in our company, right?
Yes.
So, as I said before, we could like the company to pay $1,600.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, as you know, the company is facing a lot of difficulties during a long pandemic. So, if you are not satisfied with this rate, we would offer a maximum $800 for the tenured staff and cut down $100 of the probationary staff.
Well, I'm afraid that I'm not convinced by that. It is really difficult for them to make ends meet when they have to wait the first salary of the new company. At least we want $1,200. Unless the company gives us a reasonable compensation, we got to take the company to court.
Well, let me see. Oh, we might put a better offer on the table.
Okay, what is the offer?
Yeah, we'll pay $800 for the tenured staff and $200 for the next month. We also provide them some purchasing vouchers in Masan supermarket, which cost totally $250. It's the best offer around. You won't find any better one.
Well, that sounds more reasonable. I would ask the flight artist staff to make sure that they totally agree with this decision.
Yeah.
Oh, just one more thing that we want to discuss here. As you know, over the last 2 years, 10 key staff have been outsourced to different companies. And I think this would have a bad effect on the working productivity and also create a bad reputation for our company. Many people think that it is unsafe to work in our company. We need some assurances this not continue.
Okay, I know this problem. This is also what we concern most. So we are going to have a meeting with the executive board to stop to make insurances to stop making too much IT redundant.
Great. We hope to have a good result of the meeting as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, do you have anything to add?
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Let's recap what we discussed. The company will pay $200 for the probationary staff, and it is $800 for official staff now.
Yes.
Then $200 for the next month. You also provide some housing vouchers in Masan supermarkets, and it total cost $215. Have I missed anything?
Yeah, I think that you have covered all the things. So, now I have some business. I think that we end this meeting now. If you have anything to ask, please contact me through email. Yeah.
Okay, I also have to come back to my work now. Thank you for taking your time.
Yeah, yours too. I hope to see you soon.